What's up, you guys? I'm going to be doing my review of The Mummy, the new one that just came out. Just got back from seeing it, so if you have not seen it yet, don't watch. Pause, go watch the movie, and then come back. I don't want to spoil nothing for you. This movie, stars Russell Crowe and Tom Cruise. And basically, this movie, is really kind of a cool movie. I thought, it was a little bit better than Brendan Fraser's movie. I didn't think it'd be that good, but this movie is actually a lot better than I expected to do, and I enjoyed it. And I kind of really enjoyed all the mythology that it has. It basically, starts off 5,000 years ago. There's this pharaoh in Egypt, and he had a daughter, and she's, this fearless warrior and everything. And she was going to be taking his place as the pharaoh of Egypt, the ruler. And so one day his wife, the pharaoh's wife, ends up giving birth to a son. And the daughter knew that the son would take the place of pharaoh before she would. So what happens is she ends up killing the father and ends up killing the baby and the mother. And she ends up getting some guy as the chosen one. And what this means is that she ends up making a deal with, I guess basically the devil, I guess you could say. That she makes a deal with death to live forever. And she has to have a human, a man, mortal guy, to be the chosen one so that she could live forever with him. And she has his dagger and a red jewel, a gem, a ruby, and she's about ready to plunge it into his chest to finish the ritual. And the guards stop her and pretty much stops any plan of them doing that, and she ends up getting mummified alive and buried into this big old pit and everything. And come present day, Tom Cruise and this friend that he has, they're both in the military, and they're in what is now modern day Iraq, and end up going out to find all these jewels, not jewels, but like treasures and stuff, so they can sell on the black market. And ends up an airstrike comes and blows up the city a little bit, and finds out this big old cavern in there, which ends up being the cavern in the pit that the pharaoh's daughter was buried in, because they had taken her way out of Egypt and buried her there so nobody would find her. So as they're going through all this, he and Tom Cruise ends up getting cursed by this, and she ends up having him be the chosen one so that she could, finish the ritual. And this is 5,000 years later. So anyway, she gets loose eventually, and she starts, Tom Cruise gets in an plane accident, and survives. And then she ends up, getting loose, and she ends up going around kissing somebody or biting their face and sucking all their skin off and their soul, and she gets to become a woman again, a person, because she's walking around being a zombie, not a zombie, but a mummy. So that archaeologist that he meets comes as a female. Jennifer, I think, is the name of the movie, and she ends up kind of becoming friends, and she ends up working for this organization that is trying to find that pharaoh's daughter. And Russell Crowe is the head of it, and he plays Dr. Jekyll. So he is Jekyll and Hyde, and he kind of has this big old fallout with Tom Cruise as he turns into Jekyll from Jekyll and Hyde, and they explain that they've been looking for her, the gal, for like years, and trying to stop evil and all the monsters and stuff that are, you know, I guess supposed to be coming out now, and, you know, trying to stop all the evil. So they have her all hidden up, locked, chained up in a laboratory, and they have to put mercury into her so that, you know, she could not take form more than what she is, so they could, you know, kill her. And ended up she getting loose, and so the only way that Tom Cruise gets to get rid of the curse is he has to sacrifice himself and be killed so that he could, you know, not perform the ritual, let that, you know, get done. So she ends up, you know, killing a lot of people and trying to get him so that she could get the ritual. And then, so finally, at the end of the movie, they, you know, were down in the subway and everything. Well, earlier in the movie, they had found out that they were talking about the, back in the day, the knights in London, because that's where it all takes place in London, is that the old knights back then had known about it and split the dagger and the jewel, and they had the jewel, so she was in, you know, really trying to get the jewel so she could put them back together and complete the ritual. So she finally, you know, gets there, you know, finally found the jewel because Russell Crowe's company finds it, and because it was buried with one of the knights who had found it, and they get it, and she tries to complete the ritual, and kind of find out what happens is that Tom Cruise's character ends up stabbing himself with it, and the jewel turns black, from red to black, and he's, you know, having all those visions and stuff, and then what happens is he kind of becomes what that Pharaoh's daughter is, kind of like some kind of weird monster, and he ends up biting her on the face and sucking the life out of her and turns her back into a mummy. And then now he has the power of life and death. And then so earlier in the film, his friend was killed and been helping him, you know, trying to find her, even though he's dead. And then by that point, the archaeologist was killed. And then so now Tom Cruise's character has the ability of, you know, having life and death and bringing people back to life. So he ends up bringing back both of them. He ends up bringing her to life, and he takes off. And then at the end of the movie, Russell Crowe basically explains that now he's kind of a monster, and they don't know really what to do with it, or with him. And he actually ends up bringing his friend back, and they're back out there in the sand, in the deserts of Egypt. So he still kind of has his humanity, but still a monster, a beast, or whatever you want to call it. And so that's basically the whole movie. And, you know, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot better than I thought it would be. It had some action in it, and it almost felt a little bit of like a Mission Impossible movie sometimes, but that wasn't very often. I thought it was, you know, really good. It had a few humorous parts in it. It was, you know, really enjoyable and fun, and I liked it. So I think they might be making 1 or 2 more movies. I think I heard, maybe. It'd be kind of cool to see if they continue it in at least another 1 or 2 movies. So that's going to be kind of interesting. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. I highly recommend it. I give it 2 thumbs up. And that's going to be... I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on it. And while you're at it, go ahead and share it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so I can stay up to date with all my movie reviews and other content that I have on my channel. So go check them out. Until next time, peace out.